is probably, without a doubt, the most unique Alaskan experience that anybody can have. It took me 2 years in product development to develop this tour, and this is the first year that we introduced it, and it's been just an overwhelming success. We have a lot of people that are going on this tour with us this year that have done a 14-day tour, and now they want to come back and do this one because it goes into such unique places. And we call it the 15 or 21-day Cordova, Kennecott, and Arctic Circle Tour. Next year, if you're looking at 2008, we'll have a minimum of 4 of these tours. This year we only ran 2, and the late one is sold out. I think we still have a few openings on the first one, but it's been so successful. And what you will do again is you'd fly Minneapolis into Anchorage. We'll overnight in Anchorage. We're then going to take the Alaska Railroad train from Anchorage down along Turnagain Arm into the little port of Whittier. In Whittier, we're going to board Stan Stevens' private excursion vessel and take that across with just our 44 people, very important. We're going to take that across Prince William Sound into Columbia Glacier. Now, Columbia Glacier is unique in the state of Alaska because Columbia Glacier is the only glacier in North America where you can experience icebergs. So if you want to see icebergs, you either go to Columbia Glacier, or you go to Greenland, or you go to Antarctica. And believe me, if you're in Alaska, it's a lot easier to go to Columbia Glacier to experience them than it is to go to Antarctica. So we'll spend considerable time at Columbia Glacier, and then we're going to come down to this little village of Cordova. And Cordova is unique in the fact that no cruise ships go into Cordova, no roads go into Cordova. It's an isolated island, and you'll see that there's an aerial view picture of it there in your book. It's very unique. We're going to spend 2 nights there. We're going to go out and visit Childs Glacier the next day, and we're going to visit the $1 Million Bridge, and the wildlife in this area is incredible. There's as many brown bears on Montague Island, which is in that area, as there are on Kodiak Island. And it's because it's the delta for the Copper River that attracts all these big bears down there. So after 2 days in Cordova, we'll then board Stan Stevens' vessel again, go back to Valdez for the night. From Valdez, we'll go up and cut off the Richardson Highway to this little ghost town called Chitna, Alaska. In Chitna, you're going to board a private plane, and you're going to fly into the very heart of the Wrangell St. Elias National Park. And that'll take you into Kennecott, McCarthy. And Kennecott, McCarthy is the old copper mines of Alaska, and it is the largest ghost town in the state of Alaska also. So we'll have a full day to experience that. We'll come back out, fly back out the next day, pick up our motor coach, go up the Richardson Highway to the Alaska Highway into Fairbanks, where we will spend 1 night. In Fairbanks the next morning, we're going to go up the Dalton Highway, crossing over the Arctic Circle. So you're going to spend 2 nights up in Coldfoot, Alaska, which is north of the Arctic Circle. You'll get a certificate that says that you spent 2 nights over the Arctic Circle. And from there, we're going to go north up to Atigun Pass, which is right in the gates of the Arctic National Park. You're going to see some incredible wildlife up there. You'll be following the pipeline, of course. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience to do that. That road is also called the Haul Road, H-A-U-L Road. That's because that's the highway that they carried all of the equipment up for the pipeline that starts up in Prudhoe Bay. We'll then overnight again up north of the Arctic Circle and come back. This time we're going to spend 2 nights in Fairbanks, do all the tours and attractions. We'll take the Alaska Railroad, again, the Gold Star, down to Denali National Park. You're going to spend the 2 nights in Denali, going all the way back to Kantishna, Wonder Lake, come down and spend our last night at the Talkeetna Alaskan Lodge, and then we'll come down through Anchorage and board our cruise ship. The unique thing here is that this particular route goes from the cruise, when you're looking at the cruise on, it's a little different because it goes from Seward into Prince William Sound once again, but then it comes around into Hubbard Glacier rather than Glacier Bay. And Hubbard Glacier, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most magnificent glaciers in Alaska. The face of the glacier is 7.5 miles wide. That glacier moves forward to the ocean at the rate of up to 100 feet per day. The glaciers in Glacier Bay move somewhere between 18 and 24 inches. So the calving off of Hubbard Glacier is absolutely incredible. Every 5 minutes you're getting incredible glacier activity where the big calving comes down. From there, we'll come down through Icy Strait Point, stopping in Icy Strait Point, which is a unique Tlingit village. And then from there up to the port of Skagway for the day. From Skagway then down to Juneau for the day, down to Ketchikan for the day, and then down through the Inside Passage into Vancouver. Then you'd either fly from Vancouver back to Minneapolis, or if you're flying Sun Country, once again, you'd transfer to Seattle and then back into Minneapolis. So that is the 15 to 21 Cordova Kennecott tour. And I have a lot of my clients that ask me, if you were going to go to Alaska once in your lifetime, which tour would you do? And this is it, because you see everything anything that's available in Alaska for a visitor, this is the one to do. So if you're doing a once-in-a-lifetime trip, this is the one.